Hey, people. You remember that time that Alex Jones told you they was drinking blood at the Bohemian Club sacrifice? Well, I've found where that comes from. I found it down here in the end of this Isaiah 56, and I'm going to read this so I catch y'all's attention. Come, one says, I will bring wine, and we will fill ourselves with intoxicating drink, and will be as this. What will be as this intoxicating drink is the sacrifices. And so I try to keep an open mind. They have these dots in the letter, and they say this is the K. It looks like RC. And in fact, they say this is the CH. And with the dot in it, they say it's the K. And I've been saying that they have it backwards, or possibly I read when it says chair or the cherubim. But the sacrifices are the intoxicating drink. I make use more. Tomorrow is two more days, tomorrow. To more of goodwill, mad. Mad is red. So I'm going to start this last movie I did, where I got to the end, and it was really pointing out the Bohemian Club, and they damn sure, being I named it that, they damn sure dropped a tag on me, and that's who it is. It's the elite invitation only. That's what it said in the writing. By invite to pleat, invite to pleat, to invite to fill. A group of male artists, writers, actors, lawyers, and journalists, all the elites up there drinking the blood. And I told I was going to make an example of them. I give them a love. I don't give my love up often. It makes it worth more. But I'm thrilled he left this. He said the last word will in cubit see to. You say cub it, like a baby bear. Is it not pronounced cubit? The meaning is then we will measure that too. And I had to give him the love because he let me know that he was in there to the last word, and he's getting it. He's understanding it. And I'm using pronouns like a conservative because I don't know that I is feminine or masculine. But I got that last line, and I was kind of quick there. But I try to keep consistent with the Q with the dot in it as a ka sound, and without the dot as a F sound of fabits. And I told him I was going to make an example out of him here when I got back from work, but I skipped work today. But what got me, is they say who gathers, and so sometimes the dot isn't in the B, it's in the Q, and it's covets. To gathers, one who gathers. The dots are backwards here, and I didn't catch it. I was kind of in a hurry on this last line. And it's the nose in the day have from fabits. One who covets is one who gathers, but one who fabits is one who creates, to fabricate. The fabits send high. Is her allowed? And then backwards. And I was saying, this is the word, the QBX, the QBX, that they're teasing in this line. And being that it starts with A, it reads backwards here. It makes me think that this came from ancient picture language, because reading this backwards, somebody wouldn't notice the rhyme unless it was in ancient picture language first. The nose in the day have from fabits. Fabits is comes from the Fabian. Fabian is one who sells beans. Fabian is a bean grower, a bean seller. And you see up here, from beans, that's the sons, the beans. So I'm going to read this last line again and try to get it right, and then I'm going to read these 4 lines to finish up this paragraph and get down here on this sacrifices. Nose in day have, from fabits send high. is her allowed its buff, holy will in fabit C2. And you know, the fabits FBT, S, and D, send high. You know, a send high and a sender. You know, it's talking about the burning sacrifices and cinders. You know, they float up high off the fire. You know, the owl, it ties the burnt offering. You know, and here was that invite to pleat. Make the owl, it ties. You know, the Bohemian Club, an elite invitation only social club by invite to pleat to fill, by invitation only. You know, nose in the day have from fabit send high. You know, Fabian is the bean grower, bean seller, but also a martyr. Nose in day have from fabit send high. Is her allowed its buff, holy willing fabit C2. The clutch it to side. You know, a clutch it to is in the clause of clutch it to. And this old Shaddai, you know, sometimes they say this is the God Almighty, the Shaddai. And that's here, you know, in Allah, backwards and forwards, Allah, less die. In Allah, in God, less die. In the godless die. The talk of ping, of place, they, you know, to eye, to see, time is. Clutch it to side, why to locale, the call what teach it to Bayer, buyer. You know, one of the first drugs that the Bayer come out with, you know, the far-bend fabricant of heroin. The clutch it to side, why to, who to, how to, locale, the place, the call, what teach it to Bayer. Its spew over is just one of these reads. They're showing two different Bibles here, but it's X, you know, TSPU. Its spew over is calls, laid of. And so you'll see this LAYDOV several times here, and they don't know what it means. IDOV, ignorant. And it comes up again here, LA, IDOV, and now it's have. And then it comes up again here, you know, LA, IDOV, and now it's cannot. They have no idea what this means. Dispute over is calls, laid of. Calls, clevis, mammal. Backwards, MIMLA, mammal. Lay a call willing bitches is. That's where they're getting this dogs in the bark. The willing bitch, EZIS. Willing bitches is succubus. The succubus, the shacking is. The shacking is sieve, IVE. The shacking is sieve, all in us. You know, a sieve is receive, all in us. The shacking is receive, all in us. And the clevis, as is pan push. You know, the greedy, as is, backwards and forwards, is pan push. Laid of Shivodal. So, just like this, the AE is ash. The OE, you know, the AE is ash of God, and the OE means the blood of royal, and it's pronounced odal. And I found it one place where it goes with the godal and the odal with the rhyme. You know, it's this OE diphthong. And only the old English knew, you know, that it was pronounced odal, meaning, you know, heritage, inheritance, inherited state. The princes, the sign of the princes. And so sometimes you'll see it follow a M, and so instead of reading M-O-E as in Mo, it means the model, your model, your son. But it's laid of us in odal, in the blood of the royals, to them. And this is them as in Helma, to blood. To them, roys. Roys is ancient word for kings. The roys, the royal, the roys laid of having, E-V-I-N, laid of having calls Lidericks. And sometimes they'll give this Lidericks as your descendants. The Lidericks funnacy. The P has a dot in it here, and it's a F. F-N, the fan, U, and then backwards, S-I-A. The Lidericks fantasy. Love it so, for his grain. It's love it so, S-O-W, to sow, to plant. The love it so from fix who. From fix who, your drug dealer, the one who gets you your fix. From the fix who. Why to the huffing gin, backwards starts with the A. Why to the huff, and then the N-I is I-N-G. The huffing J-I-N. The huffing gin. When subes. Like the O-E is odal and the A-E is ash. And it's and you just replace it with the E-S. When subes. Subes is you go up. K subes. What are you? K, what? A question. Subes, uploading. And we fill ourselves, we upload. And how to the huffing gin when subes, and that's where vests, vests and vessel, vest is to fill. When subes sacrifices just to make us, I-U-S, make us just, to make us more, God will it remade. So the Bohemian, that's a socially unconventional person, especially one who is involved in the arts. And so when you read the rest of this, you come back, and the spew over is class, to K, to give, L, the bind from, to give the bind from. Everybody gets binded in their class. And so the spewed over is class, laid of. The class calling is my male. My male is the word they give fill throughout here. My fill. The lay to call willing bitches is willing bitches, they're willing. The shacking is sieve, all in us. And the calling is, as is pen push. He's pushing the pen, he's writing. And the calling is as pen push. He was called to be a writer. Lay doves in odal, in the odal to them, to blood of kings. Laid of having class. Lidericks, literate, the Lidericks. Lidericks fantasy, love it so. From fix who, You know, they're given the ones who are addicted to the poetry, they're the ones who, they're the pushers, the pen pushers, and it's where you get your fix from who. You know, and it's his territory, you know. That's where you get your fix of poetry. How to the huffing gin, how to the huffing gin, when Sylvester, the sacrifices. And so, you know, the sacrifice, you know, in French, you know, you got those sacre bleu, means damn it. And if you put a space in between there, the sacre bleu still means damn it. And if you put them on a different line, the sacre is the sacred blue. Sacra, the sacred. You know, the sacra, the sacred, ve, to see cause. The sacred to see cause is the sacrifices just. The sacrifices just from her, from her God will. From her God will letter made. From her good will letter made. Alright, so I'm going to watch both of these movies again, and I'll pick up some more stuff on this that I missed because it's full. But yeah, the elites, they know what's going on. And yeah, they're drinking the blood, and they're not trying to hide it. You know, and the sacrifice is just of more, you know, to give more days. The more good will it her made. More good will it her made. And this is made as in M-A-D, from power through. Made, mad. This is where the king sat when he was on tour. He sat in the litter a tour. And he sat in there and he read and he wrote in the literature. Alright, I'm going to cut this off here. Good day.